Bold headline: Bedard's injury shelves him for Chicago's clash with Detroit, and the rest of the league isn't waiting to notice. But here's where it gets controversial. Even with a promising rookie such as Bedard, a single game can ripple through a team's strategy and a fan base's expectations. Let's break down the latest updates across the NHL, with clear explanations for newcomers and fans alike. Chicago Blackhawks. Connor Bedard will miss Chicago's home game against the Detroit Red Wings on Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, FSN Det, CHN, after taking a hit to the shoulder at the end of Friday's 3-2 loss to St. Louis. The incident occurred during a face-off with 1 second left, when Brayden Schenn's stick lift caused Bedard to stumble and fall to the ice. Bedard was seen clutching his right shoulder as he skated toward the tunnel. Blackhawks coach Jeff Blashill labeled it a freak accident, and an update was promised for Monday. Bedard entered Friday with 44 points, 19 goals, 25 assists, in 31 games, leading Chicago in scoring. Winnipeg Jets. Connor Hellebuyck did not rule out a possible return against the Washington Capitals on Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, SNW, MNMT. Winnipeg coach Scott Arniel called him getting closer after a Friday practice full of bodies and traffic. The team evaluates him daily after practices, considering wake-up status and other day-to-day factors. Hellebuyck has been out since knee surgery on November 22 and was slated to miss 4 to 6 weeks, but he returned to practice this week. He sits at .860 with a 2.51 GA and a .913 save percentage in 14 starts this season. Seattle Kraken. Jared McCann will be out for 3 weeks with a lower body injury. The forward exited Seattle's 3-2 overtime win over the Los Angeles Kings late in the third after getting tangled with Kings goalie Anton Forsberg. McCann has 8 points, 5 goals, 3 assists, in 11 games this season. Before Friday's game, coach Lane Lambert noted that McCann is almost a point-per-game player for the team and acknowledged the injury as a significant blow, while stressing there's little the team can do beyond patience. Utah Mammoth. NHL and CAA context for fans new to the league's cross-border schedule. Logan Cooley is expected to be out at least 8 weeks with a lower body injury, per general manager Bill Armstrong. The 21-year-old forward hasn't played since a 4-1 win over Vancouver on December 5. In that game, Cooley collided with goalie Kevin Lankinen while being held by Quinn Hughes, leaving with a left knee issue but returning to finish the power play. Cooley leads the Mammoth with 14 goals and sits 5th with 23 points in 29 games this season. Anaheim Ducks. Lucas Dostal was activated from injured reserve and could face the New Jersey Devils on Saturday, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Victory Plus, NHLN, KCOP 13, MSG, SN. Dostal has missed 9 games with an upper body injury since a 4-3 OT win over Vegas on November 22. He's 11-5-1 this season with a 2.81 GA and a .904 save percentage across 17 starts. The Ducks also reassigned Vyacheslav Butaits to Tulsa, ECHL. Pittsburgh Penguins. Rickard Rakell will return to the lineup against the San Jose Sharks on Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, SN Pitt, NBCSCA, SN1, SN. Activated off injured reserve Friday after hand surgery on October 26, Rakell has 8 points, 3 goals, 6 assists, in 9 games this season. I feel good. It's fun to be back with my teammates and on the ice, Rakell said, adding that his hand feels really good and no longer impedes his play. New York Islanders. Jonathan Drouin will return for the Islanders against the Tampa Bay Lightning on Saturday, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time, The Spot, MSGSN. Drouin has missed 5 games with a back injury since a late scratch before a 5-3 win over Colorado on December 4, and has 15 points, 3 goals, 12 assists, in 26 games this season. Bo Horvat is day-to-day with a lower body injury and will miss Saturday after his knee bent awkwardly when his skate tangled with Ducks defenseman Drew Halson during Thursday's win. Toronto Maple Leafs. Oliver Ekman-Larsson could play against the Edmonton Oilers on Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, CBC, SNO, SNP, after exiting Toronto's 3-2 OT loss to San Jose on Thursday when his left ankle appeared to get caught under a teammate following a collision. Ekman-Larsson has 20 points, 4 goals, 16 assists, in 30 games this season. Joseph Woll, dealing with a lower body issue, practiced Friday but will not play Saturday. He could return Tuesday when Toronto hosts Chicago. Woll has been on injured reserve since December 4th after exiting the third period of a 5-1 win at Carolina. Chris Tanev continued skating Friday and is pursuing a second opinion on an upper body injury that has kept him out for 18 games. Minnesota Wild. Jonas Brodin is listed as questionable against the Ottawa Senators with an undisclosed issue. He left briefly in the first period but returned to log 2059 in a 5-2 win over Dallas. Brodin has 9 points in 30 games. Minnesota recalled defenseman David Jiricek from Iowa as a precaution if Brodin cannot play. Washington Capitals. Charlie Lindgren practiced Friday and will travel for the road trip that starts in Winnipeg on Saturday. He hasn't played since December 3rd due to an upper body injury, with the plan to activate him once fully cleared. Ryan Leonard will be out 3 to 4 weeks with a shoulder injury after a hit from Jacob Trouba. Leonard has 18 points this season over 29 games. New Jersey Devils. Arseny Griciak is out with an upper body injury for 2 games, including Saturday's meeting with Anaheim. He logged 1944 in an 8-4 loss to Tampa Bay on Thursday and has 16 points in 31 games this season. Timo Meier, who has taken a leave of absence from the Devils, will also remain out this weekend. Meier is third on the team with 23 points in 30 games. Defenseman Simon Nemec sustained an undisclosed injury at practice and will miss some time, per coach Sheldon Keefe. Ottawa Senators. Lars Eller will miss at least the next 2 games with a lower body injury after blocking a shot in Thursday's 6-3 win over Columbus. Eller has 6 points in 28 games. Ottawa hosts the Minnesota Wild on Saturday. New York Rangers. Matt Rempe is nearing a return from an upper body injury but will not play against the Montreal Canadiens on Saturday. Rempe has 1 goal in 9 games this season and was sidelined for almost 2 months after a fight on October 23. Carolina Hurricanes. Joel Nystrom signed a 4-year, $4.9 million contract with the Hurricanes, effective next season. The 23-year-old defenseman has 4 assists in 23 games this season. GM Eric Tulsky expressed excitement about Nystrom's continued development in Carolina. Note: this status report reflects injuries and lineup notes current to the date of publication and is subject to change as teams update medical statuses and game plans.